European Parliament member and a Fox News contributor. You know, Nigel, I believe that the EU and the UK are also ready to impose retaliatory tariffs. You know, Nigel, this is starting to look like a trade war. What do you say?
Yes, it is. I mean, I'm very sad, of course, that the UK is caught in the middle of this because we don't have our own independent trade policy. We do trade as part of the European Union. So hurry up Brexit is all I can say. I mean, look, you know, Trump said he would do this during the election campaign. The fact is that the European Union do put a lot of barriers on American products and services coming in to Europe. But I don't see peace talks happening between Brussels and Washington anytime soon, to be frank.
So it's heating up. It's not going to be over for a while, and neither side at this point is blinking. So that's the status as we see it right now.
I think so, yes.
I want to move on to Italy and what is really economic chaos developing there. Now, Nigel, you're a popular. I'm not going to say you are a populist, but you're a populist supporter. You've supported populist movements throughout Europe.
Yes.
But look, in my opinion, you listen to the Italian populists. They're talking economic nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Guaranteed minimum income for all, lower the retirement age. What's going on here?
But there's a bigger, more fundamental point than that. Look, whether, you know, pushing their deficit up massively on an annual basis with, you know, getting rid of the pension reforms and all the things they're talking about, whether economically that makes sense to you or not, do people not, in a country, have the right, democratically, to choose a government with their policies? Because this is the clash. The real argument here is not about economics. The real argument here is the Italian people have elected this new government with these two parties commanding well over 50% of the vote, and they're being told by unelected Germans, you can't do this. So ultimately, this is about democracy. I suspect that what we're going to see is a compromise in the next 48 hours. We will see a government formed, and maybe to begin with, they will rein in some of their excessive spending ambitions. But, you know, democracy is very, very important.
Look, absolutely. Nigel, I take your point entirely. This is a matter of principle at this point. But if they do form a coalition government, a populist coalition government, surely Nigel Farage is not in favour of unlimited spending, lowering the retirement. You cannot be in favour of that.
No, I mean, look, you know, this stuff on retirement is mad. It's the same route that Greece went down. It makes no sense. And if they did pursue those policies, you know, they would very quickly start to find borrowing money on the international markets very difficult indeed, and particularly if the European Central Bank, as a means of punishing the populists, you know, stopped its quantitative easing buying program. So, you know, quite often the realities of government are different to what is promised during a campaign, but we are seeing a resurgence of Italian national identity, and I promise you, this battle between the European Commission and Italy is only just beginning.
Yes, I think you're absolutely right, Nigel. It's an extraordinary story, the breakup of the European Union. Nigel Farage, frequent guest on the programme and a valued guest. We appreciate it. Nigel, thank you, sir.
We will make America great again.